It's March 29th, 2022, and today I'm sharing my view from the woods. So, I wrote a post about back pain, and I learned a lot about back pain. I received a transmission on it, which was very beautiful, and it was a great reminder for me. But I also was having a conversation with my friend Anne about how sometimes we bring this trauma in from another lifetime. Well, the puzzle pieces started moving together at that point. So then I was also revisiting my dragon experience back on February 15th. It was a full moon fire ceremony breathwork session held by Amor and Light in Tampa and led by Brooklyn Rain, and it was extremely powerful. In a nutshell, and you can go back and see that other view from the woods that I shared about it, but I in essence gave birth to these 7 baby dragons that each matched a color of each of our chakras. So I was revisiting that because then I saw a post a couple days ago from Mary Catherine, and all these people are friends of mine on my friends list on Facebook. So Mary Catherine over in the UK is doing a workshop on dragon energy and about dragons, and I'm like, she might be a key to unlocking some of this mystery that I have. Keep looking the wrong way. Some of the mystery that I have around this dragon experience that I had. Now, I'm jumping all around here and I apologize, but it's a lot for my human brain to sort still. I'm still working through it, and bless your heart for being here as I work through it. I was receiving some lower back pain while I was out of town last week. And then on the way home, I was told on this trip I was going to get a flat tire, and I didn't believe it. Not that I could have done anything about it. It was just going to frickin' happen. Isn't it interesting how this series of events play out so perfectly now that I'm saying them out loud? So I got the flat tire that I was told I was going to get. I wasn't patient enough to wait for somebody to come help me. I actually had already waited like 50 some minutes by the time I decided, fuck it, I'm going to get these damn lug nuts off myself. So I literally stepped on the tire iron with all my body weight in order to loosen them up to get them off. So I did, but I wrenched up my back in the process, which has been quite painful. I was able to release some of the pain walking out here on Sunday, which was great. It took away the majority of the pain, but I'm still moving very slow and cautiously and trying to feel into what all this means and where it's coming from. So, now that you have that backstory, we come back to the dragons now. In my discussion with Mary Catherine on the dragons, she's like, oh, I must tell you, you can muscle test. You can ask simple questions and get a yes or no answer. By doing the muscle test where you lean forward for yes and backwards for no, or use the finger muscle testing, which has never worked for me. Pendulums really don't work for me. But the one thing that has always worked for me is the muscle testing where I can do it right now, maybe. Show me yes, my body leans forward. Show me no, my body leans backwards. I learned that in theta healing, so you theta healing practitioners out there know what I'm doing. And if anybody else needs some more direction on it, feel free to reach out to me. Now, I spent my walk yesterday trying to still relieve this back pain and started asking yes or no questions to my inner knowing, into my soul, about the dragons, about the baby dragons that I birthed. Now, Mary Catherine said there's 3 different types of, forgive me if I mess this up. There's 3 different types of dragon energy that people work with. I am a mother of baby dragons because I birthed them, and I did get a confirmation of a yes on that. There are people who have dragon's blood or fractals of dragon's blood in them. I am not one of those people. Then there is a third one, to which I cannot remember. Perhaps it was people who were alive during King Arthur's time and lived in Avalon. Now, this came through very interesting for me. I've lived in Avalon, but I was not around during King Arthur's reign. So that was quite curious for me. It's neither here nor there. So I keep asking more questions. I went through all the colors. Found out I was a purple-blue dragon at one time. And then today I started asking questions about this pain on my right side and my lower back. Now, right side is the male energy, I believe, which just occurred to me just now as I'm talking to you. And right side is giving, left side's receiving, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna have to work that into my investigation here on where this pain's coming from. So I found out that the pain is not from this lifetime. Thank you, Anne, for pulling that into my field so I could go down this rabbit hole that I'm down now. Then I found out that the pain is from birthing baby dragons, not now, in another time. That I was a mother of dragons before, and I believe that's as far as I've got. So, I'm still feeling the pain when I walk. It's, the walking is great because it loosens it up a lot, but I'm still feeling it. It's like that lower back muscle right above the butt cheek, on the hip, towards the side a little bit. I can just feel it. It's swollen. It's a big kind of ball. So I'm going to keep heat packing it, putting cream on it to loosen it up, special cream, and gonna go get a massage. Hopefully tomorrow I can get an appointment and get that figured out a little bit, at least on this physical side. And then I'm going to keep going out here and continue to feel into it more and more and try to figure out how to release this from the past. I was told it will release, and I'm getting close to doing it. So perhaps I'm just meant to sit with it a while longer, integrate whatever it's trying to teach me, and learn about what it's trying to teach me. And gosh, guys, I'm sorry I keep looking the wrong direction. That must be weird for you to watch. And I'm gonna get there. And when I figure it out, I will share it with everybody in some sort of a post, whether it's here or on my Facebook page. But yeah, so The dragons are coming in big time. Oh, I remember the other thing I was going to talk about. Then I saw a post today too from Morgan Lee, and it was about like uterine type contractions and pain and heaviness and energy balls shooting out. And a lot of these women that were commenting on them, including myself, are like women that are well past the age of having children, well past the age of even being able to, because they're in menopause or some other state of not like myself. I've had a hysterectomy, so it's interesting. So I had felt some pressure down there a couple weeks ago and some feeling of bloatedness, but then I went back to a comment on my pain post from Sandra, and she said, I've been feeling lower back pain too. And then the light bulb went off, and I'm like, oh my God. When I had my period back in the day, and when I was giving birth to children, my pain was never in the front of me. It was always in my lower back. My contractions were in my lower back. And I'm like, okay, now all the puzzle pieces are starting to fall into place. Are you guys following me here? I hope so, because I've been all over the place. And if you haven't guessed, yes, I am ADD. But all the puzzle pieces are there. They're just a little bit out of order, and I'm working on bringing them all in and hopefully having some sort of energy flow through me that will give me the answer to all of this. So there we go. That's my view from the woods today, a little longer than normal. But if anybody has any ideas after hearing all of this and listening to me lay it all out, if some sort of intuitive thought comes to you, I would so appreciate you sharing it with me. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.